guys, welcome to my channel. Let's see what these spiritual messages are for you. I'm going to pull from my oracle cards first, and then we're going to go into the tarot. Any information that you also may be looking for to book a personal session with me, I will list in the description box. And if you want to see future readings, make sure that you subscribe, hit the notification bell, and like the video so that the algorithm knows that you want to see future lives or videos from me, okay? But enough of that. Let's see what spiritual messages are coming through. Okay, first card we have is empathy. And this is represented by Venus and Rose Quartz. Hey, Caramel. Okay, so empathy. With this card coming up, it's important that you show yourself a sense of love and care and empathy, like how you would show other people, okay? Especially with Rose Quartz, this is basically tapped into like the heart chakra and matters of the heart in general. And we're talking about Venus energy too. So I think that you guys have shown to other people around you your level of care or empathy that you have for them. And maybe you haven't gotten that same level of reciprocation or that same energy back. And if anything, you need to make sure that you're the main one giving yourself a level of empathy or compassion or love. And also being aware of people around you who may not have that same, like I said, empathy for you, and whether or not to maybe have certain individuals in your life that may not, reciprocate that. Also have conviction. So it's important that you're being confident behind what you do over the next month or so. Any situation that also makes you feel like you have to second guess yourself or question whether or not certain individuals are for you, or if this feels right, if your gut is kind of telling you something's off, you need to listen to your intuition. And oh, we got the red jasper. This is such a pretty card. I love this deck. We got red jasper on here. But yeah, make sure that you're acting with a level of confidence during this time frame and almost this daring energy to be rejected. I kind of saw a video today. I don't know if it was on TikTok or Instagram, but it was a video where somebody was like on this like challenge of seeing how many times they can kind of get rejected. And when you kind of approach life in that way where it's like, okay, well, I'm just going to say F it and I'm going to apply myself to this and see, what happens. And if I get rejected, so what? Like, it doesn't matter. At some point, the odds are going to work out in your favor and you're going to not get rejected. So that was kind of like an interesting thing. But anywho, I also have expansion. So Spirit is saying give yourself the permission to also outgrow certain spaces or to grow, period. Okay, and this is connected to the North Node, and we have Opal. So with the North Node, whenever we're dealing with North Node energy in the first place, there's things that we have to let go in the South Node that we may deem as like our comfort zone, our comfort space. And the North Node is the more uncomfortable energy where we're, stepping into who we're destined to be. So it's important that you're allowing yourself to evolve outside of your comfort zone and maybe not cling on to things just because it feels safe or it feels, better than having to face your fears or put yourself out there. Okay, if you've been feeling drawn to maybe relocating to a different part of the world, or you've been wanting to like expand in the sense of doing more with your life, the only thing stopping you from that is the level of resistance you could have to you growing and evolving. What are the spiritual messages for my Capricorns that they need to hear at this moment? We have Moon. Take note of intuitive messages. I was kind of getting that same message with conviction. When it comes to intuitive nudges or you just having a gut feeling about things, your gut or your sorry guys, this hair is like in my face. The intuitive nudges that you're sensing are not for no reason. Okay? And also pay attention to what could be going on around you during certain like moon cycles. We just did have the new moon in Capricorn, I believe. So I don't know if there's been any significant events since then for you guys, since it was literally in your sign. But that's interesting. It If there has been, take note of what those events have been meaning for you. Also have the Earth Mother. It says feel loved and comforted. So we have another card with that Venetian energy in it. And we have Stargazer, set your sights higher. Yeah, this whole reading is about expansion. It's about growth. It's about allowing yourself to be okay with that. There are certain opportunities that are about to land in your lap, if they haven't already, that is going to maybe put you in a weird space where you're like, I don't know, how that's going to play out or if I'm ready for it. But if you are willing to step up to the plate and allow yourself to see what's out there, and you set your sights higher, you'll be shocked in terms of how things play out for you over the next couple of months or so. I think that you also have someone around you who genuinely wants to love you properly, and they want to actually show you what it means to be cared for or to be, in a healthy relationship. And it's important that you don't be defensive towards anybody who's genuinely showing up. Capricorns, what are the spiritual messages they need to hear at this moment? Protecting treasure in reverse. Yeah, any situation here where it's putting you in a vulnerable position or in dealing with certain individuals or being involved in certain spaces, it's putting you in a vulnerable space. Don't even give it the time of day. You really want to be mindful of putting yourself in vulnerable positions, or even letting certain people back into your space to repeat the same trauma or hurt all over again. It's like walking away from somebody who you know is bad for you, and knowing that this person does things from a malicious place, then giving them another chance to come back around after you didn't took the time out to heal, for them to reflect or open up the wound that they caused. We also have rescue. Yeah, if you're going to ask the universe for help, if you're going to ask your spiritual team for help, you must be open to the help in that same breath as well. Okay, Spirit is saying, we're here to help you. We're here to look out for you, but it's important that you don't be in this energy of resistance to what help we could be sending you. Because, of course, when Spirit helps, they're going to come through and they're going to help in their own way. So it may not be the way we want things to go, but Spirit's definitely going to come through and give us the assistance. Also have balance and act. So it's important that you're prioritizing peace and harmony in your life, and also staying grounded in the midst of things being confusing or whatnot. It's important that you maintain your balance when certain emotions are trying to, sway you to go off on certain people or to respond a certain way. In you having control over how you respond to things around you is what's going to keep you balanced. Okay, don't let somebody take you out of your essence, out of your power. All right, let's pull from here. What is the spiritual messages that need to be passed on to my Capricorns at this moment? We have the Three of Wands, okay? Three of Wands talks about the energy of expansion. Hold on, let me close this door. They're talking really loud outside. All right, guys. Had my balcony open and they were just kind of talking. Okay, so Three of Wands talks about the energy of expansion. It does talk about the energy of growth. We have the Five of Wands, which just talk about the energy of other people and them being energetically conflicting. And then the Two of Pentacles talks about the energy of balance and time management and everything. So it's important, again, going into that expansion energy we were talking about earlier, that you're looking at the bigger picture and not zooming in the current moment where you're looking at all the negatives or the things that aren't together, and almost I don't know, getting in this energy of thinking too small about your situation. Any decisions or moves that you're going to be making over the next couple of weeks or so have to be decisions where you're considering what you want in the long term. In the long term, I want a serious relationship in my life. So over these next couple of weeks, I'm not going to entertain anything that's less than that, something that's working towards that. Or I know in the long term, I want a career for myself. So I'm not going to entertain any opportunities that don't lead me to that career that I'm looking for example. But another spiritual message, yeah, I think in you taking your power back and certain people seeing that they don't have an effect on you, they are going to try anything and everything to get your attention or to maybe get a rise out of you. And it's important to not react. Okay, especially if you are dealing with somebody who like blatantly cheats, or they do things out of more of a malicious way, or they let other people create problems or issues in the relationship between you and them. It's important that you create your boundaries and you stand on those boundaries, and don't let anybody, again, sway you back into some sort of drama here. What's the spiritual message for my Capricorns we need to hear? Yeah, Spirit is saying allow yourself to have fun. I kind of saw a similar message like this towards the end of Aries reading, but if you've been cooped up in the house and you've been just in your head thinking a lot and just in your own space, this could be what's creating this like suspicion around when things are going to happen for you, or this constant worrying, or even just questioning. Spirit wants you to actively participate in your life again. Start doing the things that you love to do, whether that's traveling, whether that's going to the beach, taking nature walks, whatever is like your pastime or even hobbies that you used to love to do. It's time for you to start getting back into those things instead of thinking about it or wondering when's the right time to pounce on certain opportunities. For a lot of you too, you could have certain secret admirers that could be interested in you, but they could sense energetically maybe you're not open to maybe dating at the moment, and that's why they haven't tried to pursue you yet. So make sure you're also energetically in a space to where you're open. Because it's one thing to say, I'm open to new love. It's one thing to say it and even to think it, but your energy will always tell if you're truly ready. So if you are kind of struggling in that in-between state of like knowing that you want something new, but still energetically feeling connected to someone else, this is the perfect time to do like spiritual baths to clear out that residual energy. What are the final messages from the Capricorn that they need to hear? Be very mindful of a Pisces or another earth sign here. Okay, why do they need to be mindful? Well, okay, so when it comes to the Pisces individual, or shoot, forget the zodiac sign. When it comes to somebody who has like some tricky ways about themselves, where they have been dishonest in the past, or they do things in a very sneaky way, it's important that you are having discernment, because they will try to come back in throughout this month, or shoot, throughout 2024. And if you are not smart enough to kind of see or read between the lines, you could get yourself caught up in like a trick bag of a situation. Okay. I think that also too, in dealing with someone where you know that they have some ways about themselves that could be like really sneaky, or where they could be very avoidant when it comes to you trying to address the real issues, I think that their true colors are going to show even more the more that you try to have that conversation or a breakthrough moment with them to break the ice in terms of what they've done, and they just avoid you. So stay away from even giving someone the chance to like repeat that same action of the past. You have to be that one to create that boundary. But this is what I see. I hope that this did give you some insight on the spiritual messages Spirit wants to pass on to you. If you did enjoy, definitely thumbs up the video. Subscribe, let me know in the comments what you resonated with, or leave me a comment, and I will see you later.